So funny enough, I'm supposed to, and I'm saying supposed to because I'm choosing to. And I'm not even sure why right now. So, I mean, I'm guessing this is why maybe I'm seeing why it's good to do this, because it's not as easy to at least right now talk while I'm on this thing. If I treat it like an audio, I think we'll be okay though. But apparently I'm supposed to show my face and not just do the audios. I don't know why, but we're here. And I'm not going to change, edit, or stop this. It's weird because I can't say it's really ever been tough for me to speak in public. But of course, it's never really been easy because I've never really had to do it that often. Or when I did, it was more of a like most of the time it's like, hey, I gotta do it, so I'm doing it type of thing. Like I thrust myself into it more so than, you know, me ever wanting to do it or not do it or things like that. And it's odd because even like with me having to do this is like it's not really like a lack of confidence thing. It's just just kind of having or knowing you're gonna have someone look at you doing it. So it's not really a confidence thing. It's just like my brain goes, my mind goes, and then I go. My body go. So actually I go mind, brain, body. But I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So yeah, like I thought it was just interesting that I already had it in my mind that I wasn't gonna really like start to do videos just stick to the audio. And then, funny enough, right after I see a video of this one dude, Boro, the lucky Libra, and he is an astrologer on YouTube, and it was the Leo, Venus and Leo, and it's talking about, like, you know, 10th house retrograde and all, you know, but just, you know, going through the rising signs and things like that. So it was just on that, of course. And it talked about how, like, even though I'm, you know, not really into showing my face, and not really because I don't really like, which is my point, not because I don't have much to say or do or whatever the hell, like anything, it's just I don't want to. That's it. I don't fucking want to. But now there's more of a necessity to do so. It's a want for me, I'll say, because, you know, I can't keep it just a necessity. It's not just a necessity. Of course, I like to do it. I want to do it, but like I said, just the avenues to take to do it. You know. But if there's a purpose, there's a reason, there's a rhyme, there's something to go for, then it's pretty easy to put myself out there. It's just a little difficult because I don't like to naturally. You know? Like I said, not to say I can't do it. It's a dirty word. Anyway. So I'm not sure if this video is really gonna have too much of a purpose. It's just, you know, I think that'd be what it'd be. But a start because I did it. Plus, I was told it's not really about like learning or doing shit. It's more about the personality. Anyway. So I guess it's me getting comfortable. It's really not much to talk about. Except the fact that it's in my fucking Leo shit and everything like that. But other than that. Yeah, no, yeah, this doesn't really make me want to talk much or do much. Like I said, I think if I had like more of a direction on what I want to do while I'm on this thing, it just makes me, you know, I always wonder what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? What's the difference? Why do you want to say mate? I noticed even when I was doing therapy, this would be like very difficult for me to do. I'm like, because I would always ask him, like, like, what do you want to say, dude? I want to not be on fucking camera, bro. That's what I want to. I want to be able to, like, have a full on conversation. Typically, and that's why I think I like talking to, like, kids and adults, certain people, things like that, because it's like, it's not really about the look or the thing or the whatever. It's just like, or they don't really care about who you are or what you're doing, just like that you're doing what you're doing, you're saying what you're saying. They're more into what you got going on. So, when it gets to these moments where I have to like interact with other people, it's like, of course I can get over it and talk to them, but when it's not engaging or anything, in certain ways, just in any way, really just engaging or something like that, it's just like, because I just have more of like an analytical head, you know what I'm saying, like mind type of deal, you know what I'm saying. So it's like my brain goes in all kinds of ways, because if you can't, or if the conversation doesn't really like take off anywhere, it just gets rough, you know what I mean. And then it's like tough, because then I stop like paying attention and just, it's not right, because I'm disrespecting the people that I'm talking to, or like, so things like that, just it's like, but I don't, it's like, I don't care. It's like, it's hard. Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if it plays out in the same thing. I think this video is just, if I would make it about something, it'd be about like coming to terms. I don't know, with something like my, like, fucking, maybe it's not giving up, because people gonna do what they want to do, but look at this thing. Don't judge me by my nails. I ain't clipping yet. Stepping into a new dimension. calming the mind chatter is a big one. You know what is some funny stuff is that I think it too, because I've noticed, especially because I've had a hard time, like in the past, having trouble like speaking and standing firm with certain things. You know that certain things. Of course, I could just let go, and certain things, you know, that it would be this insecurity, like with my lips being big, of course, being in the South, you know, things like that, and the big nose, that was huge. The fact my teeth were crooked, that was a big one. Me being light skinned, my eyes being real, like, you know what I mean? Like, like, you know, like small, like, you know what I'm saying? Or I have like the down type of eyes, or like that, you know, things like that. I think it's interesting because it's like, I'm realizing now, like, what makes it so difficult. But I noticed, like, my big thing is like when I would talk. So I guess it would be like just about insecurity or something. Because it's like when I would talk, I would notice like I would just be aware of people being aware of me in my own head, whether they were actually aware about it or not. Like I would hold a lot of like I was talking about in that other video. Like I would hold a lot of tension, emotion, whatever you want to call it, to like perform or please someone. And constantly, like when I would, you know, have these conversations, I would just, you know, I gotta look right. You know, don't want to look sad or mad or a certain way to upset you. I think really just so it was yeah, it was always interesting to like have a conversation with somebody and just know that they were a threat to you, and you have to like fix your voice a certain way. You have to like be and act a certain way. If you don't, you're not sure what consequences could be a thing. You know, you're not really sure. So you know, I noticed that like I don't use a lot of other muscles in my face or in my, you know, because I was so accustomed to using, I would say, like those people pleasing muscles, because they're just easier to be around people and always try to make them feel comfortable, make them feel good. And now it plays out, like I said, in your facial structure. If you don't realize you got to relax all that to, you know, gain all that back, because it's like, I just, you know what I'm saying? I just want to, all the time now, because it's like, you know what I mean? You know, have all that just kind of like, because it's like all up in this, all up in there. All those give a fuck muscles, bro. Turn them bitches off, leave them alone. Because it's like, it really is not going to benefit you in any good way, in any long term form whatsoever. It's not going to benefit you. Try to like be something for somebody and expect a good outcome for you if you ain't already got you in mind. Because I guarantee you ain't trying to smile for everybody all day. You ain't trying to do all that shit for somebody all day. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to. Because it's like, I will go to, like I do the I do the Uber Eats. And so it's like I'll be on these runs and I'll go to like McDonald's and different restaurants, and I don't even know why I said them, but wherever, And it's like, if anything, especially nowadays, man, it's funny how much a person don't give a fuck about you, to be honest. It's interesting how often I'm either ignored or now, not to say that there's not moments people I'm opening doors and doing certain things. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy too, because it happens. But it's just, to me, what I'm seeing more on the latter scale of like it's going to be problematic in some way, shape, or form. And I mean, I don't blame them, but it's like you can see that these people out here will never, they have no reason to ever give you a smile and smile. I'm not saying don't, what I'm saying, if you're having a genuine moment or these, whatever, okay, but I'm not saying you got to go out your way to be mean to people or something like that, but I just noticed it don't do much. it don't do much to try to be cool with people. Especially, like I said, nowadays, there's no reason to like try to smile in the motherfucking face when you thinking it's gonna be a good outcome for you. I try to get this out of therapy, like talking like this, but again, it's just like even with certain professionals, it doesn't seem like people really like get, you know, it. So it definitely matters who you talking to, but it seems it's better to just talk to yourself in a way, which is weird. I'm not saying it can be the only way either, but it just talking to other people. I'm not saying I don't want to either. It's not even what I'm saying either. It's just it's weird because when I meet up with someone, and I forgot my point already. uh, so when I meet up with someone, most likely the two avenues it's gonna go is either like we're gonna not work or we're gonna work. And so it's either like I meet up with you, we can't make a connection. Most likely we're gonna talk a lot. But if we have a connection, that means we're on the same wavelength. That means we're pretty much, even if let's say, I'm not the most highest spiritual vibration motherfucker on the planet or something like that. If we on it, we on it, and we're gonna do it. And so that's the weird thing I have with speaking to people. It's like either they're on it, and so they don't really have time to speak. Or they're not, and we gotta sit here and be frustrated and talk about how you still can't figure it out. So I noticed that's a weird thing because it's like I see people, there's certain people on YouTube, and it's like, not saying we can't, once again, have a conversation. We can't break it down, chop it up. But a lot of times when I'm watching certain people's live streams and things like that, and like I said, we're on that path and we're doing that thing. It it it's like, what? There's nothing to talk about. We already know what's up. Let's go get it done. Let's do it. Let's now create and make and do it. And let's go, take the pictures and make the music and produce the stuff and make the shit happen. So it's kind of weird how to make that connection. At least in the past, I've always had like, what do I do? I already know what I know, but my value is mainly in what I know and what I can do spiritually and things like that. Like my values in the spirituality. So even like my hobbies it's gonna be yoga, meditation, smoking, lighting sage, things like that. It's not gonna, so it's like I already have what I want to do in my head, and there's not much to talk about. So when I meet these people, it's like, it's like they don't get that there's not much to talk about. Now, if you need to carve out a couple details, okay, cool, what? But outside of that, what? Like, what I mean? What are we doing here? And it kind of, I don't know. I don't know what it does to people, because it's like, I see no point in even talking to you if we're not gonna do nothing. Like, why are we speaking to each other if you're not gonna make some money or do something? At least get on the way to do something to try to get some money if we're not making money, like real money, not just some trinket money. Like, what are we gonna do? So it's interesting, man. Like, because I'm the type, bro. Just tell me, point me to, point me, man. Just point me, man. That's it. Just what? Move that ton that way? Well, let's get it. Let's figure out how we gotta compartmentalize. What do we gotta do? We gotta break it down. What do we gotta do to get this over there? No fat, So it's like, but when people got a lot of things on their mind, they got a lot of, fat in their head. Weighs them down, slows them up, and it's a big deal to me because it's like people think that because I'm quiet, I'm not ready to go. It's like, yo, like, I just understand once again that there's no point in talking. Because life ain't about talking, life about action. But when I be ready to act, people be ready to talk or ignore me. One or the other. And it's like, all right, bro. Like, what put me on your level if I don't know either? Then, too. Like, come on, like I said, I want to grow. As I heard, there's a location. It's easy. You can find a farm that people like that, and you go, It's like, well, I'm trying. You know what I mean? I want to find some people. Yeah. Done living like this though. Tell you that. I mean, I know I'm meant for more, and that's why I'm on here. So That's what I do. I be teaching. I be speaking. I be smoking. And I be drinking this shit right here. But yeah. Yeah, I mainly talk about the buddy. I mainly talk about, whatever pops into my head. Which apparently is a bunch of shit that I can't keep up with. But that's why I started the audios. So it's like, you know. Well, I believe that's it for me. I done did it. I just got to post it. Yeah, this is tough. It's not easy. I'm so cool being me by my own little self until some shit be popping off. And I'll be like, whatever. But one more way to know who I am. One more way to know who I am. All right.